Old age has 6 follies that destroy life. Aging brings wisdom, experience, and a wealth of knowledge. But with these advantages come certain vulnerabilities, mistakes, or follies that, if not avoided, can lead to unnecessary suffering or regrets in the golden years. These 6 follies may seem harmless at first glance, but they can undermine your financial stability, relationships, and peace of mind. Let's discuss them in detail so you can protect yourself and enjoy a fulfilling and secure life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Lending your name or reputation. As we grow older, life's lessons become clearer, and our priorities shift towards simplicity, peace, and meaningful connections. Yet, with these blessings of age come vulnerabilities, certain missteps that can quietly disrupt the security and happiness we've worked a lifetime to build. Among the most overlooked yet deeply consequential of these is the act of lending our name or reputation to others. What begins as an act of trust or generosity can spiral into a loss of dignity, stability, or even identity. Think about the importance of a name. Over decades, it becomes more than a label. It represents your character, your integrity, and the legacy you leave behind. For many seniors, their name holds respect, admiration, and trust in their community. But as the years pass, that hard-earned reputation can make you a target for exploitation. A friend, family member, or even an acquaintance might approach you with a request that seems innocent at first glance. Could you stand as a guarantor for this loan? Or would you allow me to use your name as a reference for this project? At first, you may feel flattered that your name carries weight or that someone values your life experience. But beneath the surface of these requests lies potential danger. Imagine a scenario where someone convinces you to lend your name to a business venture as an honorary title, perhaps as a director or consultant for a company. They reassure you that you'll have no responsibilities, just an opportunity to help out and maybe earn a little income on the side. You might think, what's the harm? I won't be involved in the day-to-day operations, and it feels good to be needed. But what if that company makes unethical decisions? What if it evades taxes, cheats clients, or engages in fraud? When things go wrong, authorities won't chase the behind-the-scenes players. They'll come looking for the person whose name is on the paperwork. Your once pristine reputation, carefully nurtured over a lifetime, becomes the focus of scrutiny, accusations, or worse. The damage doesn't stop there. For many seniors, their reputation is intertwined with their family's honor. A scandal involving your name could ripple out, impacting your children or grandchildren, causing embarrassment or even isolation within your community. The emotional toll can be profound: shame, regret, and a deep sense of betrayal by those you trusted. All of this could have been avoided by asking one simple question: do I fully understand the consequences of lending my name to this? But this folly isn't just about legal or financial risks. It's also about the erosion of self-respect. As we age, our time becomes more precious and our energy more finite. Lending your name or reputation without understanding its full weight not only jeopardizes your legacy, but also compromises your ability to protect what truly matters: your peace of mind. To guard against this, it's essential to approach every request with care, no matter how harmless it seems. Respectfully, but firmly, ask questions. Why do you need my involvement? What responsibilities does this entail? What risks might I face? If answers are vague or dismissive, trust your instincts and walk away. It's not selfish to protect your name, it's wisdom. Remember, your reputation is one of the few things you can't rebuild once it's damaged. It's not just about you, it's about safeguarding the trust and respect others hold for you. Even well-meaning family members can unintentionally put you at risk. Perhaps a grandchild with big dreams but little experience asks for your name on a college loan, or a struggling relative requests a co signature for a mortgage. These situations tug at the heartstrings, and it's natural to want to help. But what happens if they default? The burden doesn't disappear, it falls on you. In the twilight of life, the last thing you need is the stress of financial obligations or the pain of fractured relationships over unpaid debts. As the years go by, it's easy to feel that saying no makes you seem unkind or ungrateful. But setting boundaries isn't a sign of selfishness, it's a sign of strength. Your life is a culmination of countless efforts, sacrifices, and moments of perseverance. Protecting your name and legacy is not just about avoiding risk, it's about valuing everything you've built. It's about honoring the journey that brought you to this point and ensuring that the latter chapters of your story are filled with dignity and peace. So, the next time someone asks you to lend your name or reputation, take a moment to reflect. Is this request aligned with your values? Does it protect the legacy you've worked so hard to create? And most importantly, does it allow you to remain in control of your narrative? Saying no might feel uncomfortable in the moment, but it's a small price to pay for preserving the integrity and security that define a life well lived. 2. Lending your savings or retirement funds. A costly act of kindness. In the golden years of life, few things hold as much importance as the savings we've spent decades building. Those funds are more than just numbers on a bank statement. They are the foundation of our independence, the safeguard for our health, and the promise of a dignified future. Yet, despite the care we take in preserving this financial cushion, many of us are vulnerable to one of the most emotionally complex pitfalls of aging: lending our hard-earned retirement funds to others. At first, lending money to a family member, friend, or even a trusted acquaintance might seem like an act of generosity, an extension of the love and kindness you've spent a lifetime embodying. Perhaps your son approaches you with a heartfelt plea. He's facing unexpected medical bills and just needs a loan to tide him over. Or a neighbor who has always been there for you shares an ambitious business plan and promises high returns if you invest. It's natural to want to help. After all, one of the greatest joys of aging is being able to support those we care about. But the decision to lend your retirement savings, no matter how well intentioned, can carry consequences that ripple far beyond the moment of agreement. Retirement funds are sacred. They represent security in a time of life when our earning potential diminishes and our needs grow more complex. Healthcare costs rise, unexpected emergencies crop up, and the ability to weather financial storms depends entirely on what we've set aside. Yet, when someone we love is in distress, emotions can cloud judgment. We tell ourselves it's only temporary, or they'll pay me back, unaware of how easily these loans can spiral into loss, resentment, and regret. Imagine a grandmother who dips into her savings to help her grandson start a business. He assures her it's a solid investment, one that will provide him with a better future and allow him to repay her quickly. But as months turn into years, the business struggles and the repayments never come. The grandmother is left not only without her money, but also grappling with the strained relationship. She hesitates to bring up the debt, fearing she'll alienate her grandson, but the financial loss stings every time she calculates whether her remaining savings will last through her later years. These stories are all too common. Lending money often blurs the lines between love and obligation, leaving both parties feeling hurt and misunderstood. For the lender, the loss isn't just financial, it's emotional. There's the pain of feeling taken for granted, the guilt of wanting repayment, and the fear of confronting someone you love. For the borrower, unpaid debts can breed shame, avoidance, and a breakdown of trust. What starts as an act of kindness can quietly erode the very relationships it was meant to strengthen. The risk doesn't only lie with family and friends. Scammers and unethical financial advisors often target seniors, knowing their savings are substantial and their defenses may be lowered by trust or naivety. These predators prey on the desire for financial growth or the hope of making a meaningful contribution. They come armed with promises of guaranteed returns or emotional appeals that are difficult to resist. Once the money is handed over, it's often gone forever, leaving the victim to navigate not just financial hardship, but also the emotional aftermath of betrayal. To avoid these pitfalls, it's essential to reframe how we view our retirement savings. They are not just money, they are the embodiment of a lifetime's work and discipline. Lending these funds must be approached with the utmost caution, no matter how compelling the circumstances. It's not selfish to prioritize your financial stability over someone else's needs. It's a necessary act of self-respect and foresight. Saying no doesn't mean you don't care. It means you understand the weight of your own responsibilities. If the urge to help becomes overwhelming, consider alternatives that don't jeopardize your savings. Offer non-monetary support, such as advice, connections, or even helping the individual find other resources. If you do choose to lend money, treat it as a formal agreement. Document the terms, set clear repayment expectations, and ensure both parties understand the arrangement. These steps aren't about mistrust. They're about protecting relationships from misunderstandings and resentment. As we age, our needs and vulnerabilities shift, and the decisions we make carry greater weight. The safety of your retirement funds is not just about you. It's about preserving your ability to live with dignity and security, free from financial stress. It's about ensuring you can care for yourself in times of illness or crisis without depending on others. And most importantly, it's about respecting the life you've built and the sacrifices you've made to get here. The act of lending money, especially from your retirement savings, is never just a financial decision. It's a deeply emotional one. While the desire to help is noble, it must be balanced with the reality of your own needs and limits. True generosity comes not from risking your well-being, but from offering support in ways that align with your capacity. By protecting your financial future, you ensure that your later years are marked by the independence and peace of mind you deserve. A gift not only to yourself, but to those who love and depend on you. 3. Lending your home or property. When kindness puts your sanctuary at risk. A home is more than walls and a roof. It is your sanctuary, a place that holds your memories, your peace, and your independence. For many seniors, the home is a symbol of decades of hard work and stability, a space meant to provide comfort in life's later years. Yet, out of kindness or a desire to help, some find themselves lending their home or property to others, often without realizing the potential risks. What begins as a well-meaning gesture can spiral into complications that threaten your sense of security and control. Imagine this scenario. A struggling relative asks to stay in your vacant property or unused guest room just for a few months. Wanting to help, you agree without charging rent or formalizing the arrangement. At first, everything seems fine, but over time, the situation changes. The temporary stay stretches into years. The relative makes changes to the property without your consent, ignores your polite request to leave, and even begins to act as if the home belongs to them. In some cases, they may even claim legal rights, complicating your ability to reclaim your space. Situations like this can lead to stress, financial loss, and even strained family relationships. Worse, some opportunists might take advantage of your generosity to misuse your property or manipulate the situation for personal gain. Evicting someone, even under legitimate circumstances, can be emotionally and legally challenging, leaving you feeling trapped in your own act of kindness. The emotional toll is equally significant. A home is meant to be your refuge, a place where you feel safe and in control. When that sense of control is compromised, it can lead to feelings of helplessness, frustration, and regret. You might struggle with guilt for wanting your space back or resentment toward those who've taken advantage of your generosity. To avoid these complications, it's crucial to approach lending your home or property with caution and clear boundaries. If you do decide to help, always formalize the arrangement. Draft a written agreement outlining the terms of the stay, including its duration and conditions for leaving. This is not about mistrust. It's about protecting your rights and ensuring that everyone involved understands their responsibilities. And most importantly, never feel obligated to lend your property if it compromises your peace of mind or security. Remember, your home is your sanctuary. Protecting it isn't selfish, it's an act of self respect. By setting firm boundaries, you can balance your desire to help others with the need to preserve your comfort and stability. Your generosity is a gift, but it should never come at the cost of your sanctuary. 4. Trusting scams or too good to be true offers when optimism meets deception. The desire for a good deal, financial security, or helping others can sometimes blind even the wisest among us to the dangers of deceit. In today's world, scammers and fraudsters have honed their tactics, preying on the trust, optimism, and vulnerability of seniors. From phone calls about fake government debts to promises of high return investments, these schemes are designed to exploit your good nature, leaving financial loss and emotional pain in their wake. Scams often begin with urgency, a phone call claiming to be from the IRS or Social Security Administration, warning of an unpaid debt, or an email offering an exclusive opportunity to double your savings through a risk-free investment. These scams prey on fear, creating pressure to act immediately without thinking critically. For example, you may receive a call stating that your bank account is compromised, urging you to transfer your money to a safe account. In the moment, it feels like a responsible decision, but once the funds are gone, they are almost impossible to recover. Then there are the too good to be true offers, schemes promising guaranteed returns, lottery winnings, or other financial windfalls. These offers are carefully crafted to appeal to the dream of financial freedom or the excitement of unexpected luck. But the reality is far darker. Scammers often request upfront fees, personal information, or bank details, disappearing once their demands are met. The financial damage caused by these scams can be devastating, but the emotional toll is often even greater. Falling victim to a scam can leave you feeling embarrassed, ashamed, and hesitant to trust others in the future. It undermines your confidence and can make you question your judgment, even though the fault lies entirely with the manipulative predators who targeted you. Protecting yourself begins with skepticism. If an offer feels too good to be true, it likely is. No legitimate organization will demand payment or personal information over the phone or via email without prior notice. Always take the time to verify claims, either by contacting the supposed organization directly or consulting with a trusted friend or advisor. Educating yourself is another powerful defense. Many banks, community groups, and senior organizations offer resources to help identify and avoid scams. Staying informed about common tactics and sharing this knowledge with peers can create a strong network of protection. Finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off, pause and seek guidance. Scammers rely on urgency and pressure, so slowing down and thinking critically can dismantle their schemes. Remember, saying no or hanging up on a suspicious call isn't rude. It's your right to protect yourself. In your later years, you deserve peace of mind and financial security. By staying vigilant and cautious, you can shield yourself from deception and enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing you're in control. Trust is a precious gift. Offer it wisely and only to those who truly deserve it. 5. Lending important documents like deeds or titles. A dangerous gamble. Throughout life, there are moments when trust in others feels like the natural course of action, especially when it involves those we care about or those who seem to need our help the most. Lending important documents such as property deeds or vehicle titles may appear to be a harmless favor. After all, it's just a piece of paper, right? A temporary gesture to ease someone's difficulties. But beneath this seemingly small act lies a profound risk to your security, independence, and hard earned stability. The truth is, deeds and titles are more than pieces of paper. They represent ownership, legal authority, and the culmination of years of work and sacrifice. When these documents leave your possession, even with the best of intentions, you surrender a measure of control over your most valuable assets. Someone may promise to return the documents quickly or use them responsibly, but circumstances and people can change. Financial hardship, poor decision making, or even outright dishonesty can turn what seemed like a simple favor into a devastating ordeal. Imagine trusting a family member who needs your home's deed to secure a loan for a business. They assure you it's a short term measure and you believe in their sincerity. But when their business falters, the loan goes unpaid and your home is at risk of foreclosure. The fallout is not just financial, it's deeply emotional. The trust you placed in them feels betrayed, and the stability you counted on for your later years is suddenly shaken. This situation highlights an important lesson. Protecting your documents isn't about mistrusting others, it's about valuing what you've worked so hard to achieve. Saying no to lending such documents is not an act of selfishness, it's an act of self preservation. These documents represent your safety net, your independence, and your ability to weather the uncertainties of life. Guard them as you would your most precious possessions. If someone asks to borrow a deed or title, take time to reflect. Consider the risks and consult a trusted advisor or legal professional. Explain your decision with kindness but firmness, making it clear that while you care, your responsibility is to protect your stability. Helping others doesn't mean endangering your own well being. After all, a life well protected allows you to continue being a source of strength for those you love. 6. Ignoring your own needs to please others, the silent sacrifice. For many seniors, life has been defined by the roles they've played: caregiver, provider, supporter, or the cornerstone of a family. These roles, forged over decades of love and responsibility, become second nature. It feels almost unthinkable to put your own needs ahead of those around you, especially when family or friends rely on you. Yet, this tendency to prioritize others can quietly erode your well being, leaving you drained and unfulfilled in the years that should be your time to thrive. The act of pleasing others often starts with love and generosity. Perhaps your adult children need help raising their own kids, and you step in as a caregiver, or a friend leans on you for emotional support during a tough time, and you put aside your own worries to be there for them. These acts of kindness feel good at first, reaffirming your purpose and strengthening bonds, but over time, if your own needs are ignored, the weight of constant giving can become overwhelming. Imagine a grandmother who spends her retirement caring full time for her grandchildren because her children are busy with work. She loves her family deeply, but the demands are unrelenting. She forgoes doctor's appointments, skips social outings, and sets aside hobbies she once enjoyed. She tells herself it's all for the greater good, but a quiet resentment grows. Resentment not toward her loved ones, but toward a life where her own happiness feels secondary. Ignoring your own needs doesn't just deplete your energy, it can harm your health, strain your relationships, and diminish your sense of self. You deserve a life that honors your contributions without demanding constant sacrifice. Saying yes to yourself doesn't mean abandoning those you love. It means recognizing that your well-being is just as important as theirs. Reclaiming your needs starts with setting boundaries. It's okay to say, "I can't do this right now," or "I need time for myself." This isn't selfish, it's honest. By prioritizing your health and happiness, you become stronger and more present for those who truly need you. Pursue hobbies, reconnect with friends, and seek out moments of rest and joy. These aren't indulgences, they're necessities for a life well lived. Your later years are a time to celebrate the life you've built, not to lose yourself in the demands of others. Protect your energy and cherish your time. In doing so, you ensure that your kindness comes from a place of strength and that your legacy is one of balance, love, and self-respect. Conclusion: guarding the life you've built. As we navigate the later chapters of life, we find ourselves reflecting on the journey that brought us here. Each moment of effort, each sacrifice, and each lesson learned has shaped the life we've built, a life deserving of respect, protection, and joy. Yet, these years can also bring new vulnerabilities, quiet risks that threaten to unravel the stability we've worked so hard to achieve. Whether it's lending your property, trusting too good to be true offers, or sacrificing your own needs to please others, these seemingly small choices can carry significant consequences. The truth is, guarding what we've built is not about being distrustful or selfish. It's about honoring the decades of work, love, and perseverance that brought us to this point. It's about recognizing that our value doesn't lie in how much we can give to others, but in how deeply we care for ourselves. When we protect our homes, our finances, our time, and our well-being, we create a foundation of stability, not just for ourselves, but for those we love. These acts of self-preservation are not a rejection of generosity. They are an evolution of it. True generosity comes from a place of strength, not depletion. It's about giving wisely, setting boundaries, and ensuring that our kindness doesn't lead to regret or harm. It's about saying yes to ourselves, knowing that this affirmation doesn't diminish our ability to support others, it enhances it. As you move forward, remember this: your life is your legacy. It is a testament to your wisdom, resilience, and love. Protect it fiercely. Live it fully, and let no one take from it more than you are willing to give. By embracing this balance, you ensure that the later years of your life are not defined by what you've lost, but by what you've cherished, celebrated, and safeguarded. This is your time. Live it with the respect and joy it so richly deserves. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.